Oh, maybe I should share the screen first.
There we go. Now
Okay, whatever. No. Okay. Now can you see it?
yes, we can.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Go, Jamie. Okay. My name is Jamie Adler. I am a wine consultant with WineShop at Home. I specialize in Napa wine. We're a winery based in Napa Valley. We source grapes from all over the world, bring them back to Napa. We're a second generation French winemaker. Makes all these amazing wines and blends for us. At any given time, there's 30 wines on the list, 200 awards won. You can see some of them right here. So very unique model. So we don't distribute, so they're proprietary to us. Wide price point, $16 to $35, and about 30 to 40 labels at any given time. You can see some of them here. Always something fun to discover and taste for every palate. So many options. I do in-person guided wine tastings when we're allowed to do that, obviously social distant. I do virtual tastings for personal folks as well as businesses and companies. We have an amazing wine club for those who like to discover new wines hot off the vines. We release 4 new wines a month. And we do personalized labeling that are great for gifting purposes. And we also have a line that gives back called Glory that supports an organization called America's Mighty Warriors. So how does this all work? So normally a hostess would buy a host kit. She or he spends $40, chooses from one of these 4 collections of wine on the right. They get sent to the person's house. I show up, or on Zoom, they make samples for their friends. We take it to Zoom. We do a guided tasting. People then can buy at their leisure. The host gets lots of rewards. When we do it virtually with companies, the wines, actual full bottles of wine get shipped directly to the participants, and we do a guided tasting that way. So it's a little bit different. So virtual wine tastings are perfect for pretty much anything: company team building, book clubs, sorority sister get-togethers, family get-togethers, mom nights, guys night, yoga, you name it, I can make it work. It's all good. Every month, like I mentioned, we release 4 new wines. This was October's releases. We released these 3 wines from the Joy collection and a family ranch line as well. And what's really fun about the wines is that they come with a vint note that tells you everything you ever wanted to know about the wine. It has a little sweetometer, which you can see right here, aging potential, where it's from, what varietals are in the wine, and then value add on the back is a fun recipe. And they all vary. This happens to be a beef recipe, but we have vegan recipes and desserts and fish and all kinds of good stuff. So something fun to play with your wines and pair them with food after the event. So as I mentioned, our wine club is fantastic. It's 40% off retail. You get to discover the new wines as they're released each month. Members get a hot deal, a little fun gift that comes every time. And then once you find favorites, you get discounts on half and full cases, as well as our COVID sale. So you get to double dip. And we have fun meet the winemaker events that happen occasionally as well. We actually have one on the 10th, which is super exciting. Like I mentioned before, we have our line that gives back. It's called Glory Cellars. This supports an organization called America's Mighty Heroes. It was started by a woman named Debbie Lee. Her son was the first Navy SEAL to die in battle in Iraq in 2006. He had written home a letter talking about paying it forward with love and kindness and all that stuff. And she was just really resonated with her. So she started this organization supporting veteran families, whether or not they've lost someone overseas or not. And so they work with them closely and give the owner of WineShop is on the board at America's Mighty Heroes, so he actually can oversee which families get help, and then he takes them all on a trip at the end of the year, which is actually really nice too. So many fun and educational things with these wine tastings. You get to discover new wines, learn about Napa appellations, micro varietals, which you do really well, like what's a tannant, what's a Petit Verdot, what's a Cabernet Franc. I'd never heard of these things before. You get to really discover and learn about some of that stuff. Do lots of food pairings. I'm really into doing interesting food pairings, not just cheese and chocolate, because that's a little bit easy. And then you get to find favorites. So here's a fun picture of us virtually and us kind of socially distant in somebody's backyard. And as mentioned before, we also do personalized wine. I happen to be personally obsessed with this. I think this is the best thing to do for your brand extension for thank yous and referrals. So just from the left, the realtor, a podcast, a fundraiser for a friend of mine whose son has a disease called JM. Bottom left, same-sex marriage, what is that? Loan officer and a roofing company. And these can be personal photos or professional photos. They come in 4 different varietals: Cab, a sweet red, a Chardonnay, and a bubbly. And again, a great way to just thank people for their business, especially in this COVID culture. Thank yous and referrals, you know, appreciation is even more needed now than ever before. And if you don't like that, then we have labels done for you. Marion Bride, congratulations. Thank you. I love you. That might be weird in a professional setting, but you know, whatever. And then we also have the gift sets together. If you don't want to do them individually, you can put them in these little sets here. So we have like chocolate and like, I think it's a syrup and then a brownie and some confetti and glasses. So anything that you might need, we have for you. And of course, we ship everything from Napa directly to folks' doorsteps. So this is what I was talking about before, some of the value added being in the wine club. We have this Meet the Winemaker virtual tasting that's going on the 10th. First time he's ever done this. So folks would have purchased these 3 bottles of wine and then get a special link to meet Alex Robillard, second generation winemaker, and do that. So I don't know about you, but I think tonight's a 99% chance of wine shop. So thank you. Oh, my big ass. So my big thing is trying to find companies to do virtual tastings in lieu of the company party. So that's really where my struggle is, you know, to find those people. Right on time.